Hi all. In this video we're going to look at the assumed mean method. And to do this method we're going to first start by picking our guess. Looking at this list of numbers you kind of want to guess at what you think the mean might be. And I'm going to guess 3. Then I'm going to take that value 3 and subtract that from each of the values. Alright, just doing that workout. 2 minus 3 is -1. 3 minus 3 is 0, 0, 1, 2, 5. And then I want to add up those results. Taking the -1 and 1, well, I notice those cancel each other out. So I'm left with 2 plus 5 is 7. My actual mean will be that guess, 3, plus that total over here divided by the number of values I had there. So that's going to be 3 plus 7 divided by 6. So that should end up being 4.16. And that'll be my mean. Let's do this example again. Trying this again, let's try this same example with a different guess. Let's start with an initial guess of 4. So I'll take each of these minus 4, then add those results up. -2, -3, -4, that actually cancels out with that. I'm left with 1. So the overall mean should be 4 plus 1/6, or 4.16. Any correct method here is going to get me to a mean of 4.16. Trying the assumed mean method with a different example, let's look through this list of numbers. If I kind of glance over at this, well, let's pick a guess of 80. I'll point out that 80 was the mode here, which will make my math a little bit easier. So I kind of want to subtract 80 from each of these. And I'll add as I'm doing this. The assumed mean method is typically done by hand. So the goal of this is to kind of make the math as easy as possible. I should notice that 80 minus 80 is 0. I'm not really going to do that by hand. If I look at something else here, 95 minus 80 is 15. 75 minus 80 is a negative. I'm sorry. I can't do that by hand, so let's try that again. We'll do this -10, -7, -5, -3, -2, -1, and 15. Okay, -5 and -10 give me a -15. Those will cancel out. -7 plus a -3 is a -10, -12, -13. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 data points here. So the actual mean should be 80 plus a -13 ninths. Whatever that works out to be, that'll be 78.56 or so. That should be my mean. Looking at the third example, I'm going to guess something kind of strange sounding, maybe, but I'm going to guess 0. And let's look at what happens. Subtracting each of these from 0, well, that actually is not too hard to figure out. 1, 3, 4, 8. Adding those up, it's 4, 8, 16. So my mean should be 0 plus 16 divided by the total number there. There were 4 data points there. I can't draw a circle very well. But the mean should be 4. Now if I look at that, I really just added up those numbers. If instead my guess had been 1, my work would have looked like this. I would have had 1 plus, well, 1 minus 1 is 0, 3 minus 1 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3, 8 minus 1 is 7. Adding those up, I would have had a total of 12. So it would have been 1 plus 12 fourths, or 4 fourths plus 12 fourths, or exactly like I saw before, 16 over 4. This assumed mean method is really taking advantage of breaking up that fraction into 2 parts and hopefully making the math easier by doing that. So Really, the assume mean method is a different way of looking at it that will always work. So if you like that, hopefully that'll work well for you.